Hello. In this 1.20.1 Minecraft modpack development video, we're going to be using the LootJS mods modifyLoot function in a quick example here. So if you find these sorts of videos informative, please give this video a like, comment with any questions or future video ideas, and subscribe to the channel to never miss future uploads. In addition, I would like to thank BisectHosting for supporting my channel. This is a fantastic server host that provides plenty of benefits and hosts many games, in particular Minecraft. You can pre-install over 2,000 mod packs automatically, and there's plenty of great benefits in general with BisectHosting. So if you find this interesting, I highly recommend you check out my affiliate link in the description below. That'll bring you to this website that I got the screenshot from. There's plenty of great information there that can help inform a possible purchase that aligns with your needs and budget. So again, thank you to BisectHosting for supporting my channel. But now let's get into the code. So we're going to be targeting loot tables. So obviously, as with all LootJS code, we do LootJS modifiers. Then we pass in an event handler. So we're going to be using the event.add loot table modifier, and here we're just going to be taking a look at all chests. So if you want to do that, all you need to do is just use a regular expression. Well, and this is all Minecraft chests, so you would need a different regular expression if you're trying to consume everything. But since we only want to look at chest, there we go. So we're going to be using the modifyLoot function. So modifyLoot allows you to intercept and modify specific loot entries. So this is a little different than replaceLoot. It takes in a filter, but it also takes in a callback. So the callback is going to be item stack. But first, let's start off with our filter. And the point of this example is we want to replace all, in my mod pack, I want to replace all Great Tech ingots, gems, nuggets with my custom counterpart. So to do that, we're going to do another regular expression here. So GTCEU, that's the mod ID, colon, period, asterisk. So the asterisk means any set of characters. And we want to do ingot. We want to capture nuggets. And we also want to capture the gem. So as you can see, we have our regular expression. It's also good to make sure that we're matching doing ingredient.of. So we're gonna pass that into our function there. So we have our first argument, which is the filter, and our second argument is going to be the callback itself. So to do that, we want to run this for every matching item stack. So we're just gonna call it item stack, and then our callback. So there's a few things we need to do in here. The callback obviously represents the current loot entry. So we can modify it, replace it, or return a new stack. So first, what we're going to do is extract the original item ID. So we're going to do let original ID. We're going to make that equal to item stack dot.id. So an example of this would be something like Great Tech's steel ingot. Next, we want to create a replacement ID. So to do that, we're going to make another variable called let replacement ID be equal to, and then we want to pass in the original ID, and we want to call the JavaScript replace function. So this function takes in two arguments. The first argument is the function, is the string that you're replacing, and then the second argument is the string that you're replacing it with. So here I want to replace the GTCEU part with the cube.js part because I'm making my custom ingots, nuggets, and gems in my mod pack. So now that we have a replacement ID, the next thing we want to do is to check if a given item exists. So for an example, Great Tech has manganese. So GTCEU manganese ingot. I don't have that in my mod pack. So I want to see if the replacement ID actually exists. So we're going to do if item dot exist. So this is a boolean. It just sees if the replacement ID is actually in your game. So if that exists, we want to return a new item stack. So this always says return. We want to do return item.of replacement ID with count of item stack dot count. So we're preserving the count in the original loot table. But otherwise, we want to use the fallback behavior. So if we have something like manganese ingot, we just want to return that and not mess with it. So as you can see here, this quick example shows how to use the modifyLoot function. This is very useful in LootJS, and it has more common behavior than replace loot, which is more simple. So if you found this video informative, please give it a like, subscribe, comment. In addition, thank you to BisectHosting for supporting my channel. Otherwise, thank you for your time watching this video, and have a great day.